Happy New Year, Cancer. I have missed you guys. Welcome to your general tarot reading for the first month of 2018. It is January. I wasn't able to do a general reading in December. I so wanted to, but there was just so much going on with me personally, but including the growth of my business, and I did so many one-on-one readings. That was an absolute blessing, both November and December. I was able to see so many of you on a personal level, and that's brought a lot of growth and blessing to me. I don't know why I'm tongue-tied at the moment, but also I know so many of you emailed me to let me know that you were really blessed by the readings. So I have been craving coming back into this more collective universal space so we can talk about the general energies and the general archetypes. So I'm really glad to be back with you to do that. So happy new year. As I said, a couple of notices before I get into your tarot reading. As promised, I have recorded a video that just goes over my services on a very broad high level, lets you know what I offer and how to work with me. Just want to highlight that my MP3 tarot reading, it's a mini reading. I record it, I send it out. It's very, very popular. People are very happy with that service. So do check that out. And I know a lot of people who are engaging with me on the YouTube space are not UK or London based. So you can still get readings from me via Skype or FaceTime. You can check me out and book a reading on my website. It's NicoleBlack.com/services. I would love to work with you. Is there anything else? Yes, there is. I am currently doing 15% off on all my tarot readings at the moment. So if you have been thinking about starting the new year, you know, really looking at your year ahead and what you want for yourself and where you're at, then I really encourage you to get a reading from me and use the discount code, which is MGK as in magic 15. Okay, cool. So yeah, now we can get into your intuition. So Cancer, I want to start by just pulling some cards, some messages for 2018. Coming to this from a love-based perspective, releasing all energies of fear. Spirit, what do you have to say to Cancer about 2018? Beautiful. We've just come through a super full moon in Cancer, and this is totally that energy. So really happy to see that there. I have some residual henna on my hands, if you guys are wondering what's going on there. I decided to embrace the imperfection despite being a Virgo myself. Okay. Now a message, just to deepen and clarify this message, to enhance and complement. Ooh, okay. These are your overalls. Queen of Swords in reverse, 10 of Pentacles, liking it, and 7 of Wands. Okay, so this is your overall. I'll show you these cards when I'm done. Overall messages, guidance for the year on a high level. So you know what's next, Cancer. I'm going to pull your heart space, your internal, your soul space. What are you thinking and feeling, perceiving? I feel like your perception is very strong right now. Well, here you are. Very nice to see you. Queen of Cups. Okay. 10 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. Here we go. 7 of Pentacles, sorry, in reverse. What's going on in your heart space, Cancer? What are you seeking and desiring in this moment as you come into these fresh energies of the new year? We'll leave it there. Okay. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Queen of Wands. And the World. Really nice cards. What obstacles and challenges are being presented to you right now, Cancer? Here we go. First one. Fool in reverse. I had a feeling that might come up. I'll tell you why, because, you know, one of my favorite tarot readers who I actually do watch on YouTube, Amber Khan, Quietest Revolution, I watched her Cancer video this morning. I don't tend to watch other people's videos before I do mine, but I felt led to, and she had some really beautiful messages, and those 2 cards came out in the reading. So when I saw this, I thought, the Fool, and it came out directly after. So more confirmation that this is definitely something that's going on with the Cancer energy and the Cancer archetype. Any other obstacles, blocks, challenges for you right now, Cancer? Those of you who are tuned in to me, connected to my energy, for whom I am a spiritual guide. Interesting. Maybe one more. Any obstacles or challenges for Cancer? Nine of Cups in reverse. I kind of expected that to come out. Okay, and advice, Cancer. What can you do this month to put you in your prime position? Two of Pentacles in reverse. How do you make the most of the energies that you're presented to right now? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Nine of Swords, Nine of Cups in reverse. Can we deepen these messages? Can we strengthen them? What would you like to communicate to Cancer? Well, I feel this one too. Okay, and what action can Cancer be taking this month? One more card. Right. Fantastic. Let's get into it. Cancer, I'm always really excited to do your reading, partly because I'm Cancer rising myself, and so I feel a very strong connection to your energy, to your archetype. The moon is the ruler of my chart, so in many ways when I'm coming here to do this reading, I am also reading for myself, and it's also a comfort space for me. Like, I am finding that the Cancer aspects of myself are really both an aspect that I'm uncomfortable with sometimes, having very heavy Virgo placements, but also recognizes a real strength and a superpower of mine. So I looked at your cards and I was like, I'm really excited by this reading, and it really resonates for me, so I hope it resonates for you. So of course, first card, I got very excited when this card came out in the deck, the Patience card in the Osho Zen Tarot. I don't think the word patience is that important in this reading. It is more the symbology, the imagery of this card. As you can see, this pregnant woman, and she's under the phases of the moon. And what this card is really communicating, I feel that as we've come in this kind of crossover of energies, and in many ways, you know, you see memes online that's like time is an abstract illusion and everything's the same the next day, except that we shape our world and we shape energies through intention. And if we set the intention that the first of the new year, the first of the month, 1st of January is going to bring new energy, we create that shift. And I do believe we've created that shift, and I feel Cancer, you've come through something, like you are feeling the sense of a new energy. You are feeling the power of the super full moon, maybe not in ways that are that comfortable to you though. I don't think it feels sweet and lovely. It may feel challenging, it may have you feeling very deeply into your inner and your emotional self, but I do think you know that you are making progress and in a season of change. So I feel specifically this card, Cancer, is saying that this super full moon energy in terms of your culmination is about the seed, the baby, the fetus, the child that would be within the womb. And I feel like it represents your inner child. As a message for your 2018, I feel like this card is encouraging you to be the archetype of the mother to yourself. You know, that it's really important. And you use the full moon energy that we've just passed through to check on the well-being of your inner self, of the parts of you that you are creating, of the projects that is yourself. You are a sign that can be deeply connected both to your past emotionally, but also to the present and the future. And I feel like it's time for you to really make sure that you're showing up and giving this baby, the baby version of you, the part of you that is perceptive and sensitive and intuitive, that you are nurturing that aspect of yourself with all the things that it needs. And so this is your encouragement for 2018, is to show up, is to think about particularly your abandonment wounds, your fears of rejection. I feel this is something that is being highly activated and triggered inside us emotionally right now. Specifically, I think it's for everyone, but specifically those of us who really connect with the Cancer energy. And so I feel that it is doubly our responsibility to respond to that, you know, to respond to these wounded aspects of ourselves and to become this unconditionally loving mother to ourselves, to become the part of your own self that won't abandon you, that won't leave, that you won't feel rejected by yourself. And on my Twitter page today, actually, I did a thread about this and about what it means to remain committed to yourself. And I actually said, thinking of this card Patience here, I said that one of the most important, or the not one, actually two, of the very important tenets of love for me are patience and commitment, and that you kind of rinse and repeat on those two things. And it's also about remaining patient and having a strong commitment to yourself and not abandoning yourself. So go and check out my Twitter page, Leona N Black, on Twitter, and you'll be able to see kind of what I spoke about on that thread. Today is December 3rd. You'll find it there. Okay. So you have a few more cards as your overall energy for January. The first being the Queen of Swords in reverse. I feel this sees you leaving an energy of defensiveness, you know, having to be sharp, having to cut people off, having to protect yourself, having to deal with very painful other people's swords last year, you know, having to deal with maybe even air signs, you know, and them not necessarily communicating things or engaging with you in ways that acknowledge your emotional sensitivities or nurturing, and it doesn't have to be air signs, but definitely this kind of nature of someone who is quick and sharp to speak and quite firm in their judgments. I see you leaving this energy behind, Cancer. I feel like you have cultivated such a stronger sense of yourself that you're not requiring this additional perspective or this external input in your life right now. What's really interesting is I looked at your reading, you didn't get any pages, and the pages in the tarot deck are the messengers, and I thought that's so interesting. And I believe that's because you don't need a message, so to speak, not an external one. Like, this reading is about confirming what is already inside you, what resonates with you, but right now you don't need anyone to instruct you. Like, you have a strong sense of your mind and where you're at, and I think it's saying, like, honor that, you know, you're moving on, because Cancer, 10 of Pentacles, this is going to be a good year for you. I can feel it already, and I'm only Cancer rising, okay? But I can intuit, I can sense early that there is, like, just momentum building. You are very attractive at the moment, and I don't just mean like romantically or sexually, I mean energetically. You're very attractive in terms of money, in terms of, you know, business partnerships, in terms of friendships. Like, all that stuff is being drawn towards you right now, particularly if you can match your energy to it, if you can stay in alignment with the thing that you really want, which I'm going to get to next. But this card is saying, like, yes, Cancer, you can have it. It's the 10 of Pentacles here. You can see all this money represented, but also it's about the thing that you value. This is the goal, Cancer. And I know that some of you have felt that it has been in some ways a little bit out of reach, and that you have not quite like made it, or whenever you think maybe you'll get into the 8 or the 9, like you're having to go back to 7. But I feel this year this is possible for you, whatever that looks like to you, in terms of whether it's the home that you want, the creative career that you're looking for, the partnership that you're desiring. It's a good look. It's a good year for you, Cancer. I'm excited. So the next card is the 7 of Wands here. I was like, okay, so we've just come off this energy of things being good and going in the right direction, and you getting the things that you want, and you seeing the things that you value, and you being able to actually enjoy these things in your life. So why from that have we gone to this energy of effort and defensiveness and having to fight back against something? So I pulled some extra cards to see what those were, and I'm actually really excited for us about what that is, because two fantastic cards. Can I just say, we've got the 10 Harmony card, which is 10 of Cups. We've got the 10 We Are the World, which is 10 of Pentacles, and we've already got the 10 of Pentacles here. So emphasize message 10 10 10, okay? 10 3 times, 3 being a number of creativity, to let you know that the completion that I was talking about in terms of you crossing over from 2017 into 2018 has taken place. It's a new season, a new cycle for you, which we'll talk about later. You are entering something different, Cancer, but you will be fighting to defend these things. You will be putting effort into protecting the things that you value. Now that you're clear, Cancer, about what you want and what that looks like and on what terms and with who and where and how much, you will fight for it, and you will protect that thing against people who are likely to come at you, you know, because that's just how people are set up, I guess. You know, as this becomes a positive, a successful year for you, a year where you see your momentum and things coming into fruition, you will, just as much as you attract that joy, you will attract people who want to siphon that energy, who want to be around that goodness just for the sake of themselves, who aren't genuinely caring about you, who are envious, who are all these different types of energy. And you're intuitive enough to see it come in, and I think you're going to be coming at people like, that's not the energy that I'm cultivating. You don't get to come into this picture with me. You don't get to come into this house. You're not in this business partnership. Like, I'm not here for it. Doors are closed, you know. So I'm really excited in terms of your overall energies, in case you couldn't tell. So what's in your heart, Cancer? So here you are. I was very excited when your card came out, Queen of Cups. This, for me, I think you're in a space of thinking about your, I was going to call it emotional levels, but that might not be the right exact term. I feel like you are checking and balance and looking at the balance of your reserves, maybe your internal reserves. You're seeing, how much love do I have right now? How much care, how much consideration is there? You know, am I loved enough? Do I have enough friendships? Do I have enough financial security? Like, you're looking at, I don't know how clearly you can see that, but if you see her looking at this chalice of kinds, you're checking out, what's in my chalice? How much do I have to drink from? How much joy and pleasure can I create from this? And I think it's being triggered by this, Cancer, 10 of Cups in reverse. Now, this is why I say that as much as you're in a wonderful season, and this is a long-term energy for you, on a practical, now everyday experience, I don't know how much you're feeling that. I think you perceive it, but I think that emotionally you might be feeling something quite different, and that is the 10 of Cups in reverse. I think this is a pretty picture going wrong. This could be a relationship breakup. This can be family discord, you know, leaving a family home, splitting up a family home, divorce. It could be friendship disagreements, for example. This is a lack of harmony here, but this also feels to me like a picture that felt good to you. That's why it's 10 of Cups. It was good at some point. It felt good to you at some point, and now it doesn't. It really doesn't. And you're looking at it like, I have invested a lot in this situation, and I don't see me, either you don't see yourself getting the return you thought you would, or you no longer see it able to yield anything more. Okay, so either it's like, it's changed so much that you're like, I'm never going to get what I really wanted out of it, or you're like, the 7 Pentacles that are here is as much as it's yielded, and once I've taken, or you know, I've enjoyed this aspects of whatever these things represent, the value of these relationships, they won't yield anything more for me. You know, you're thinking and reflecting about that, and that's what's got you checking, like, how much do I have to keep me going for the week, for the month, for the year? Like, do I have enough? Particularly, do I have enough love? So I'm asking, when I'm pulling the cards, what do you want? What are you desiring? What are you calling to? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Cancer, you're very interesting. I think you are one of the signs, I don't know if it's just me, I'm a mutable sign myself, so I don't know if I'm always picking up on this change energy in the readings I do for my, like, for all the signs, but I feel like you particularly are always seeking change. And I was thinking about this, but you're cardinal, you are initiators, and I don't think you're initiators in action. You're water signs for a reason. I think, Cancer, you initiate through sensing when something is changing, sensing when a relationship is changing, when the business is changing, when opportunities are changing, when the season has shifted. And I think that you have your tentacles, your feelers out right now, and you're like, that you know this change, this Wheel of Fortune, and I mean fortune very literally in terms of the blessings that are coming to you. You sense it and you're looking for it, to the physical manifestation of it. That would be this card upright. It's not upright yet, okay? So maybe you're seeing small trickles of the blessing, but you haven't seen the outpouring of the big thing, or, you know, whatever this represents to you. And I think right now I'm really thinking about money. It doesn't have to be money, but I'm thinking, I guess I'm thinking about myself. Okay, so, you know, you're seeing some, but you're not seeing as much yet, but you also see the potential and the possibility for it. But in the midst of all this, Cancer, here comes Queen of Wands. Isn't your energy? And so I pulled some cards because I was like, I want to get clear on who the Queen of Wands is. Now, it's a fire sign, I think. A Sagittarius, an Aries, or Leo. It could be someone with fire sign. Do I think that? Let me check myself. I was gonna say it could be someone with kind of that fire sign energy who's showing up in your life in a particular way, but I didn't feel that, so I'm taking that back. That is something I would ordinarily say, but it's not resonating for me in this moment. So when I was looking at the cards, there was something else that came through to me, but maybe it will come back. So let's say it's a fire sign for now. This is a person who's kind of, the next card is the World, which I'm excited about, but this is a person who is looking to you. This is you in here. This is a person who's kind of looking at you exiting stage, okay? They're looking at the changes in you, the shifts in your life, and they're not sure, one, where they fit in it, and two, just where your relationship is altogether. So I pulled some clarifiers, and the cards that came out were, yes, okay, click. That was what resonated for me. So Iris, specifically a fire sign, Leo, Sag, or Aries, but I also think that it's actually someone who's just very opposite to you in nature. That's what it is. So, you know, like fire and water don't really mix. You know, you put water on fire, it goes out, okay? Or you boil water and it kind of evaporates and disappears. So I feel like the Queen of Wands here represents someone who's you're not seeing eye to eye with. It doesn't mean it's not someone that you don't have a lot of passion with, a lot of connection, a lot of energy. This could be a relationship, a family member, a friendship, a business partner. But this is a person who you have come perhaps to this point with, where you're not seeing eye to eye with them, and that their nature, what they're wanting from you, what they're asking you for, what they're talking to you about, seems quite opposite to who you are and how you're set up and your nature. So the cards that came out as a clarifier on the Queen of Wands. Leo card, the Strength card. This is you having to use a lot of inner courage, inner strength, trying to find your best self to deal with this person. You know, you're digging deep here. You're like, I'm trying to be the best of me in order to find a mutual way forward, reconciliation, something that can turn this picture upright. You know, it's like this right now, something that can get us back here. You're definitely doing that. But in the midst of that, Cancer, you're feeling this regret, despair, sorrow, and in reverse, you're not able to express it. It's not something, or you're struggling to express it. Either you feel unheard, or that the person isn't ready to listen to it. Whatever it is that there is, it's reversed because you're feeling it, and maybe they even know, but there is some difficulty in externalizing this and having this conversation about this energy with the other person, because you're feeling this. You're wounded, they're hurting you, Cancer. There is some heartache here, some pain, betrayal, disappointment, let down. Just this energy here, as you can see, is what is causing this. You know, this is how you're feeling underneath all that. And then the last card, the King of Wands. Interestingly, I feel the message here is that this person wants you to match them. They want you to give them this energy, the energy that they recognize. They want you to be more like they are, to deal with the situation in the way that they would. And I don't think you can, neither are you willing to. I feel like I said to you before that your sense of self, the reason there are no pages in this reading is that your sense of yourself and your own mind has become very sharp, probably from dealing with this energy from other people. It's required you to sharpen your own mind. Now you don't want it, but you're not willing to relinquish those parts of yourself in order to project this. So you are exiting stage. You are prepared to leave, Cancer, in pursuit of your entire world, in pursuit of having the completion and all the things that makes this picture pretty for you. You know this is what's next. You do. You can feel it. And so you're not fearful, Cancer, about leaving, even though, can I hold this? Look at that. You're looking back. You are looking at this person. I don't think you're fearful about moving on, but you're not indifferent about it. You do care. You do care about this fire sign / opposite natured person. You want to continue engaging with them on whatever level that is, love, business, friendship, family, but you're willing not to. You know, you're willing not to because you know you must choose yourself. So how long have we been talking for, Cancer? A hot minute. Just the way I'm set up. I'm sorry. Well, I'm not actually sorry, but yeah. If you need a more brief reading, there are wonderful readers on YouTube. Okay, so obstacles. The Fool card you have here in reverse as your obstacle. What's the energy of this for you, Cancer, in the context of everything I've been saying? Why does this present as an obstacle? I think in some ways you're not necessarily that keen about starting out on your own. This world sees you having completed a certain level of growth and healing, maybe having achieved certain things career-wise, having a kind of relationship dynamic that you thought you really wanted, particularly when it was feeling like this, you know, having a level of growth in your friendships and feeling secure, and you know, getting to a good place in your family, and then it went left, and now you're like, so I got to do this again. I got to start from scratch by myself. I have to move on, move out alone. I have to be prepared to be alone and not have, you know, the deep, loving, intimate friendship connections that I was used to, and you know, nurture myself and be my own friend and be alone on this journey again. Like, you know, it's leading to something good, but you're not keen on the I must do it alone part. I think, Cancer, the reason that you've got these two energies is because you're ready now to bring people into your shell. The shell that represents your home that you move and travel with. You want to accommodate others. You're in that space where you're feeling that I'm ready to share my space, and you're not keen on doing everything alone again. And the obstacle for you here, 3 of Wands, is this is the card of waiting and expectation. If you stick around, if you don't go through this wormhole, so to speak, this doorway to something new for yourself, Cancer, if you just stay and wait and hope and just go, I think it will be different, or no, I don't know. If you oscillate, if you make no decisions, if you don't engage with it, this is what will happen for you. Emotional dissatisfaction. Now, this is different to the 10 of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse says, okay, you're dissatisfied with the situation, you're dissatisfied with this dynamics, but you're not dissatisfied with yourself, or you know, how you are, who you are. Within yourself you're okay, but you're not okay in the dynamic. But if you don't move on, Cancer, it will prod you to start feeling like you're not okay here. This baby that I talked about, that I've told you needs to be your priority, you as this baby will not be feeling well, loved, nurtured and prioritized if you don't move on. If you stay on this situation, it will make you question your worth and your value, if you're worthy of love, if you're too difficult to love, if who you are isn't supposed to be who you are in this situation, if you're too much, all that stuff. You don't need to do that. You covered that ground in 2017. You learned those lessons. Don't linger to pick at that wound again. Don't do that. It is really time for you to move, Cancer. Move on, okay? So, advice cards to solidify those messages. Do not oscillate. Now, this is an earth-based energy. This is in terms of your decision. Don't go back and forth. Don't weigh it up. Don't not move. Don't loop. This is a loop. 8, infinity, going round and round and round and round. Don't do that, Cancer. Yes, you're in pain right now. Yes, you are wounded. Yes, those wounds are coming from the way that you're thinking and processing a situation. Your emotions right now may not even feel that logical to you, but you are in a mental space. You are in a space of reflection. When New Year's Eve came and passed and we moved into the first day of the year, full moon, super moon in Cancer, I had a world of heartache that I could not speak on or articulate. I felt like it was burning me. Like I felt it burning in my chest from how painful my emotions were, and I had to just sit and hold that night. That is this energy. I was up last night as well. I don't know, man. I've been watching a few kind of vampire shows again with my family, and I don't know if my soul was primed for that, because the activities in my dreams last night were very negative. A lot of negative spiritual entities, me really having to wrestle with that. And even after that, there was so much turbulence in the sky, like nature reflecting energy, I guess, in many ways. I was thinking about the goddess Kali as a goddess of destruction, and the storms in London yesterday, like the wind was cray. Like I was in bed just like, I cannot even sleep through this. Last night was this energy for me again. So yes, Cancer, you are going through this right now. You are considering withdrawing your love. Knight of Cups in reverse. You're thinking, I'm not going to share my love. I'm not going to tell these people I love them. I'm not going to put myself out there right now, but that's not the right move for you. Don't disconnect yourself from what is your superpower, from your beautiful emotional self, because you're right here, right now. Because you will need the energy of the Knight of Cups when you get here. You'll need this. This will sustain and renew this. This will fill and refill this cup that I was saying, the levels you're looking at. Don't close yourself off because you're here for the moment. This will pass. How will it pass? Four of Swords. You need to reflect right now. You're feeling this because there are some swords you need to drop. The difference between 4 and 9. 5, which is the number of change. 5 swords need to go. They need to be released, Cancer. And so you're being asked right now to go into a meditative space, to ponder, to be reflective. That could involve getting out of the environment you're in and getting alone and just really reflecting and looking at, what is this month teaching you? What do you need to know? What are the lessons that are already inside you and are not coming from an external person? Because when you do that, you can stop this energy, which is the block right now for you. This is the block of the flow of your energy, the flow of your love, which is this card, the flow of your money, the flow of new relationships. It is the reason the Wheel of Fortune is like this. It's not materialized fully because your energy is not fully activated. And if you think about this as a wheel, what can turn a wheel like this? Well, certainly water can. It needs to flow to turn this wheel. So while you're doing this emotional reflection, releasing these worries, these fears, the ruminations, the thoughts that you're having, free yourself, Cancer, and get to work, okay? And this isn't like this kind of energy. This isn't, oh, I'm having to fight hard and too much, you know, effort. This is work I love, work I want to put my time, effort, detail, attention into. You know, I'm willing to do this. I feel this energy coming. I feel it here for me. I know I'm super close because I'm already at 8 here. 10, there's not much between 8 and 10, and I'm willing to really apply myself right now and be really focused. So Cancer, the advice for you, get focused on what you're creating in your life right now and clear your mental space, nurture your inner child. I love you guys. I have enjoyed doing your reading. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please share this video with your friends. Like it, comment, all of the above. It really supports my channel. And if you'd like a personal reading, it's NicoleBlack.com/services. Follow me on Instagram. It's my preferred social media platform, Leona Nicole Black. And I will see you in February. Much love.